Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we have a ton of new leaks to go over for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. Loads of new information has been revealed about the Generation 9 games and we're going to be breaking it all down today. So if you're excited for the video, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. Leave a comment with your thoughts on any of the leaks that we've revealed today. Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, we're going to be continuing on with this thread by Centro Leaks. Again, Kaka and Riddler Q have been posting a lot more information about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and it's all just getting compiled here. But we're starting things off with more Paradox Pokemon news, because Paradox Salamence swaps its flying type into something else. Now, it was recently revealed by one of the leakers that all the Paradox Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet are going to be dual typing, and some of them are going to keep their typings from their normal form, and some of them are just going to completely change their typings. We don't know which, but we now have confirmation that Salamence is going to be part Dragon type, but the flying type is actually going to be something else. So yeah, we're not sure what dual type Salamence is now going to be in its Paradox form, but it is not going to be a flying type. And then next up, a weekly reminder that Paradox Pokemon are brand new Pokemon, not forms. So yeah, like Paradox Salamence is not a form of Salamence. It has its own separate Pokedex entry, Pokedex number, typing, everything like that. It doesn't evolve from a Paradox version of Shelgon or Bagon or anything like that. Paradox Pokemon do not evolve. And yeah, some of them change their typings, some of them don't, but they are not forms, they are brand new Pokemon. So yeah, we're getting like about 105 odd new Pokemon, 109 or something like that. A lot of those new Pokemon are going to be Paradox Pokemon and stuff like that, cross-gen evolutions. But either way, just trying to reiterate the fact that Paradox Pokemon are not forms. Next up, and this is a big one for competitive, multiple OP abilities got nerfed hard. Like, for example, some can only be activated once per battle now. And one of those is Zacian's Intrepid Sword. So that's kind of like massive for Zacian. It's really going to get hit hard by this competitive nerf. As well as that, it's also been stated that apparently Intimidate also got a massive nerf. So now it's not every single time you switch that Pokemon in. It's once per battle. And if that is true, Intimidate just isn't that good anymore, because you come in once with the Pokemon, it intimidates, and then that Pokemon just switches out, and then if you switch that Pokemon back in, Intimidate just doesn't activate. It is just once per battle now, and it's the same with abilities like Intrepid Sword and stuff like that. So yeah, we're not sure about all of the abilities and which ones have been nerfed, but like all the OP ones that we're used to seeing in competitive, like your Intimidates and stuff like that, they've all been nerfed hard now. So we don't have the list yet, but yeah, quite interesting to see what kind of abilities have been nerfed in the competitive scene. I think it's definitely going to change it a lot. Next up, apparently Kyogre will be in the game. So another returning Pokemon is Kyogre, and it's probably home transfer only, and will be a threat in competitive. So I'm not sure if Kyogre gets like a new ability or a new move or something like that, but apparently it's going to be super busted in competitive. We saw how good it was in like Worlds and stuff, but now apparently it's going to be even better, so it might just get banned. Probably will if it's going to be even more broken than it originally was. But yeah, Kyogre seems to be back in the game, probably home transfer, but again, we're not 100% sure on that. And yeah, it will be a threat in competitive. Next up, the Kamen Rider inspired Pokemon has a new type combination. So we're getting a lot of new type combinations in this game. We're getting obviously Fire Grass for like the Chili Pokemon. We're getting Poison Steel for the Engine Pokemon. And now also, as well as that, the Kamen Rider also is getting a new type combination. So there are obviously a bunch of type combinations that we've not had yet. But it's probably going to be like Bug something maybe, or something like that. I'm not really too sure. There's a lot of normal types out there that like have dual typings that we've not been used yet. Like I think normal Poison we've not had, normal Steel we've not had. We didn't have normal Ghost up until Hisui and Zora, but obviously we've had that now. But yeah, there's a lot of normal Pokemon, like Pokemon types, dual types that have not been given to Pokemon yet. So it could be part normal. Could be like another Smoliv situation where that's grass normal. This Kamen Rider could be something normal. But yeah, that's that information. Next up, a gimmick of the gym leaders and Elite Four, which I really like, by the way. I'm a huge fan of this. So yeah, a gimmick of the gym leaders and the Elite Four in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is that they will use Pokemon that are not of their type, but will terrestrialize them. So that's really cool. I think it makes the game quite difficult. in terms of like gyms and stuff, an Elite Four. So what that basically means is, let's say you're taking on the normal type gym leader, and they obviously have normal type Pokemon, yada yada yada. They bring out a Eevee, let's say, and then you're like, okay, cool, I'll just, you know, close combat that. But then it actually terrestrializes into a different typing. I really hope it's like random every time. It definitely won't be. But basically that means that the Eevee would then become like a fire type or a water type or something like that. And I really hope it's like the ace Pokemon as well, because that would make it even more difficult. So yeah, they do have obviously their typings of their gyms, but one of their Pokemon will terrestrialize into a different typing. So not only do you have to kind of prepare for their actual gym typing, but also you have to kind of get ready for what their Pokemon is also going to terrestrialize into as well. So I'm a really big fan of that, and it's not just the gym leaders as well, it's the Elite Four. I'm guessing it's like the champions too. But yeah, the Elite Four also in this generation. Like one of the ace Pokemon for the Elite Four for the Steel type is the Hammer Pokemon, which is Fairy Steel. So that might terrestrialize into like I don't know what's good against Steel. Obviously like Ground or something like that, or Fire. It could terrestrialize into a Water type, and then obviously if you're using a Fire type against the Steel types, this Steel type has now become a Water type, and it will use like Terra Blast, and it will like destroy you. So yeah, it could be terrestrializing a Pokemon to kind of combat the weaknesses of the gym. So yeah, I'm a big fan of that. I really like that idea. And it's a cool way to incorporate the gimmick into like the gyms and stuff in the Elite Four. And also I think it's a good way to kind of learn about it as well for like competitive and stuff, because the thing is, like, apparently it's been confirmed that you're not going to know what Terra type a Pokemon is in the team preview online. Like, you literally gotta just learn about it during the battle. So you literally have to, you can't prep for it, you literally just have to deal with whatever is put in front of you. So yeah, I'm a big fan of that though, but we'll see what happens in competitive. But yeah, massive fan of that kind of new gimmick kind of thing with the gym leaders in the Elite Four and stuff. Next up, just to clarify, even though Zacian's ability was adjusted, it's not in the game. Maybe in DLC, or it could just be transferred in through like Pokemon Home or something. So yeah, in the data, like I say, Zacian's ability has been adjusted, which is Intrepid Sword, but it's not actually in the game. So I guess Zacian's been confirmed to not be in the game, which I guess Zamazenta would also be confirmed to not be in the game, but then Kyogre is. So I guess that also confirms that Groudon's going to be in the game, potentially Rayquaza. I don't think like Origin forms are going to be in the game and stuff like that. But I mean, you know, you can't really have Groudon without Kyogre, and you can't really have Zacian without Zamazenta. But either way, yeah, Zacian, even though its ability was adjusted, it's not actually in the game, but it could potentially be in the DLC. Now, another ability that also got nerfed was Protein. So I don't know how that's going to have been nerfed, but that's a big one. I really have no idea how that would get nerfed, to be fair. Maybe it only can change, like, I don't know, once into a typing per battle or something. So let's say you're in there with Greninja and you use, I don't know, I'm trying to think, like a Psychic type move, and obviously you Protein into Psychic. Maybe you stay as a Psychic type then, and it doesn't matter what like moves you use and stuff. That's the one way I could see it getting nerfed. Maybe you can only change typing like 3 times or something, or maybe you can only change typing every time you swap out. That could be a cool way to kind of nerf it. So yeah, let's say you come in with Greninja, you use a Psychic type move, you change to Psychic type, you'll then Psychic type until you then switch out. And then when you switch back in, you become Water Dark again, and then you obviously can Protein into another type, instead of it just Protein changing like every single turn. So I think that could be a cool way to nerf it. But yeah, Protein getting a massive nerf. We know that Sprigatito gets an OP ability, but if it's just going to get nerfed like this, then it's not going to be that good. So I don't know, because apparently it's not a new ability. So yeah, I have no idea what Sprigatito is going to get. It could still potentially be Wonder Guard, which is absolutely busted, but either way. And then also, most old Pseudos are in the game. In fact, only 2 didn't make it in. So there are returning Pokemon. We know that Metagross, I think, is one of the Pokemon that didn't make it in, because I think Kaka has already come out and said that. So I'm not sure what the other one is. We know obviously a few of them are in the game. We know that Dragonite's in the game. We saw Hydreigon's in the game. What else did we see is in the game? Salament's apparently in the game, because obviously it's got a Paradox form. Trying to think what others, but yeah, apparently all of them are in the game apart from 2, which obviously one of them is Metagross, because that's what Kaka said. So apart from Metagross, one of the Pseudo Legendaries is not in the game. So it could be like Garchomp, Goodra, something like that. But either way, that's that information. And then next up, Paradox Pokemon are not ancestors nor descendants. The word should be taken more literally, a paradox. So yeah, it is not literally like it says there. It's not an ancestor or a descendant. It is literally a paradox. I mean, I don't know, I guess one paradox off the top of my head is Schrodinger's cat, where literally like there's a cat trapped in a box, and then there's like that poison flask that slowly seeps poison into it, and then either the flask breaks or the cat dies. But either way, you don't know if the cat is alive or dead in the box until obviously it's opened. So that's kind of a paradox, because at the same time the cat is dead and alive, because obviously you don't know. So I guess that's like one of the paradoxes. I don't really know if that was a good explanation or not, but either way, yeah, it's literally a paradox. It's not a form of the Pokemon. It is literally that Pokemon in a different kind of way. But either way, yeah, that's what all paradox Pokemon are. And then also, as well as that, this is where Central Elite said, you know, Koraidon and Miraidon can be considered past and future paradox Pokemon of a new bike Pokemon, which is obviously Cyclizar. And then a reminder about this considered is a keyword in this tweet. Solgaleo and Lunala could be considered Ultra Beast, though officially they aren't. Same thing this gen for Koraidon and Miraidon being paradox forms of Cyclizar. And then also, whether they are not, we'll probably never explicitly know. The thing is, though, that I don't get about this, like, a lot of people are saying that Cyclizar is the present-day form of these legendaries, and that they are paradox forms of it. The only weird thing I don't get is on the website, it literally says that Cyclizar has been used by people since ancient times, in, like, the houses and stuff. But if it had been used since ancient times, then, you know, Koraidon would not be, like, a previous form of it. So that's why I don't think it is, like, a present-day form. I don't think that should be used in that context, because that would mean that Koraidon is a past form of it, which it isn't. You know, Koraidon is not a past form of Cyclizar, because, like I said, Cyclizar existed in ancient times. It's actually a paradox version of it. So it's so it's not like a previous form of Cyclizar. It's a paradox form of it. Either way, though, that was all of the latest leaks for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. I'm sure we'll get a few more. But either way, hopefully I explained the paradox thing well. Probably didn't, but hopefully you kind of get a gist of it regardless. Either way, though, thank you so much for watching the video. If you did enjoy it, please do consider hitting the like button down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. It really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we covered in today's video. What are your thoughts on the latest leaks and everything? Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. It's everything from me, though. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.